Welcome back. We are here with Becca. She is still sad over her grandparents' death and she is about to go to work for the day. So, this is actually the last day of the week of her first week of work. It is Friday and she has, done pretty well for herself for her first week. So, she is here at work at the science lab and she is going to actually talk to Warren over here. And so here's the problem. The game randomly decides who's going to be a lab person and who's going to be the receptionist on any given day. And we made friends with Warren because, well, one, we're planning on dating him at some point, but also because if you're friends with them, they give you things. And it's kind of a bummer that he was the receptionist today because now we can't ask him for things. We have to ask other people for things, and they don't really like us as much. So they don't really want to give us things. So that's kind of a bummer. Anyway, we are upgrading our Simray, and that is what we are starting with, besides talking to Caleb. Also, none of the plants are harvestable, so we cannot make any synthetic food serum, which is a huge bummer. And also, we broke this machine, so we have to fix it. But that's okay. We are also going to try and order someone to garden, but again, the garden is just never in need of servicing. And you know what the solution is to that problem? The solution is to put more plants in the garden so that someone has to water the plants. So here we go. Super, super fast garden adding plants to. And that is going to be what we do so that we can get someone to work on the garden, but we also have to plant the plants first. So I am going to have her come over here and plant them, and then we will order someone to water them. That is how we are going to get that thing done today. It's actually, like I said in the last one, it's a huge bummer that the garden isn't more active because quite a lot of the um, what do you call it? The the tasks for the science career involve garden things. It's like, create serums using the garden or, have people harvest the garden and it's just not something we can do very often. So that is a bummer. But we are going to have Caleb do it. So thanks Caleb for being our guinea pig and for doing as we say. So we are going to have her go over there and tell him to do that. And we really need to do that because we don't have any other options. We can't create any synthetic serums because we don't have um, any plants to do it with. So there's that. We are going to come over here now and analyze a metal. And then we are going to come over to the microscope as soon as we get another um, sample from the plants, but the workday is also coming to an end really soon, which really stinks because I really wanted to get gold on her work days, but it just wasn't meant to be. I do wonder sometimes if having her go to work and work hard might get her, there faster. I mean, if we get a gold, we obviously get more than if she just goes to work and works hard. But if we aren't able to get very far in our task list, then I wonder if it was worth it. But we don't really have a way of knowing that ahead of time. So, anyway, we are going to work on her needs a little bit. She's hungry, she's tired, she, needs just a smidge of fun. So, we're just multitasking here. But we are going to skip ahead to when she wakes up from going to sleep here. So she is now awake, and since it is the weekend, we are going to invite over our family club. So that is really exciting to finally see everybody again and, hang out with them. So she is going to start this gathering. Here they come. And I do have a cheat that allows me to add more members to the club. So we have quite a few people coming over, actually, even with her grandparents no longer being around. So there's that. And they're all dancing and hanging out. She's just saying hello to her father. and her mother, and there's her sister outside, so she wants to hang out with her sister. And actually, I wanted to ask her sister for a DNA sample, and I thought she'd say yes because they're best friends, but she didn't. So I'm a little bumming about that. And also, you're outside in your pajamas in the snow. So, I mean, okay, I may have done that recently as well. But anyway, she's a sim. It's different. It's actually probably more socially acceptable for her, but that's okay. Also, Amori is an elder. Look at her. She's an elder now. And I'm really sad about it because I don't want her to get old. But, we knew this was coming because she had a birthday in 4 days when we left, and it's been like 5 days. But she is still a young elder, so that's okay. And we are now going to end the gathering, and I wanted to invite over Warren from work, but it says that he's already nearby. So I'm like, where is he? And I couldn't find him. And then I just like could not find him. I didn't know where he was. I kept trying to invite him over. I tried to summon him. It just was not working because it kept saying he's here. And I'm like, no, he's not. I can't find him. So I'm going to skip ahead to the part where I actually am able to find him. And when he shows up, because, well, actually, what happened was he then was like, goodbye. And I was like, no, you were never here. And then we are able to call him back. I was going to try and travel with him, but that also didn't work. So we're going to skip this whole debacle. Okay, so several sim hours later, here he is, and we are going to chit chat with him, kind of invite him in. He's our buddy from work, and also our sister is over. So, hi, Allie. Welcome to, the house. Allie is Becca's best friend. They're twins. They're very close. So there's no surprise that she has come, and we are going to include her in our little group, just kind of all hanging out together, except for that guy. Don't know who that guy is. Don't care. But we are going to be trying to get closer to Warren and be actually, romantic with him, flirty with him, trying to get his attention. But since it was so hard to find him in the first place, I was like, why don't you join my household? Because if you join my household, then I don't have to keep track of you. And also, we stole his household money, which is good because he has 2 kids and child support is a lot. So I was trying to look at his tree and it's all messed up. Actually, you know what? He has a kid with the same woman that Amori's half brother has a kid with. So that was a little interesting. But yeah, so now that we have him in our household, we are actually able to control him. And, she's like, look, my house is so big. You see, like we're buddies. You could stay anywhere, but that makes the moves on him. So they are going to start to get a little closer and a little more romantic. They know each other really well from work, and it's just, one of those things. So that is what is going on here. And I did just cheat their needs because I was like, no, I'm in the middle of trying to get you guys to date and you had to go to bed. I don't think so. And so we are continuing on that. I actually do like his jacket. So here we go with the romancing. And, Becca is feeling very confident. She's feeling very bold. She's feeling very flirty. So she is not afraid to take what she wants. And we are going to continue to go in for the kill here. And I just wanted to try and get a good screenshot. So we are getting that first kiss. He seemed surprised, but also very receptive. And now they are getting pretty high in their romance. They are enjoying each other's company. And, Becca is kind of thinking that she has to have an heir. And I mean, she's not old or anything, but she does want to get that done. Like she's very task oriented. She's a genius, she's a scientist. She's like A to B, here's what has to happen. We're coworkers, we get along really well. We're very compatible and he will make an excellent father for the heir of the next generation. So that is what we go with. They are now dating and they're just standing around waiting while they are trying to go upstairs to woohoo. So here they go. First woohoo on the books, and she did not get pregnant from that. I did turn accidental pregnancy down to 5%, so that is good. We are assigning the other part of the bed to him. And I don't know what's going on with our butler. She's got some spoiled food in front of her. Cue the next morning. We have again Allie coming over to visit. We are calling over some club members actually. So everybody is dancing and having a good time. Also, he's every time he goes to bed, he gets stuck in the bed, and I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, so everybody is enjoying themselves, and I'm going to have him introduce himself to some of her family. So, like, hi, I'm Becca's new boyfriend, like, nice to meet you, all that stuff. So, actually, because Allie is a notable newcomer, she is a celebrity, it is hard for him. He couldn't even introduce himself to her. And I'm like, in real life, that's not how that would go. In real life, if your girlfriend that you live with invited over her sister, you would be able to speak to her. So I did just make them acquaintances really quick because that doesn't make any sense. And we are, yes, having him introduce himself to several family members. Also, they're both going to get some food that the butler cooked. Thank you very much. And he is just talking with her dad and her sister, kind of, getting to know them. Oh, also her mother. So look at that. So he is getting to know the entire family because you know what? He is going to end up joining the club eventually if if this relationship works out. So there's that. And now they're tired again. So I'm like, okay, everybody go home. Like you met. That's nice. Go to bed. And now it is the next morning before work. It's actually the middle of the night because they went to bed really early, but they have work and a few sim hours, and they're just eating some breakfast. She's eating cold pizza for breakfast, which I could really appreciate. And the butler's asleep, so I'm glad that she's taking care of herself because who knows, maybe we'll be having little babies in the future, and the butler will need to take care of them. So there is that. And so, yeah, I was gonna have her use the bathroom, and then he came over and used the bathroom like right out from under her. So she is gonna take a really quick nap also before work because I don't want her to get tired while she's at work. So we are going to try and prevent that. And then one more snack before work starts. Chit-chatting with our butler friend. We're actually pretty close with the butler, so that is good. It's good to know the person that is living in your house with you and potentially taking care of your children and cooking all your food. So that is good. We are about to go to work. Now, here's the problem. Two Sims, same career, same work time. So I was like, okay, well, if I say send alone, will it send both of them alone? If I say okay, will I get to go with both of them? But no. So here's what happened. I clicked join on Warren. And so now we're here at work with Warren, but we are not at work with Becca. So what we're going to go with is that you're not allowed to date your coworkers, so they were assigned different locations, I guess, that's the story we're going to spin. I also don't know who died. He's sad. But what you get is a pop-up for both Sims. So you get a pop-up for Warren. It says join or send alone. If I hit send alone, I get to then choose Becca, join or send alone, and we can join her because I'm sorry, Warren, but I don't care about your career. It's not about you. You are not the heir. And so, but anyway, we are going to do Warren's day at work. I mean, we're here, so we might as well do it, right? So he is going to create the momentum thing. So now we'll have two of those, but that is what is going on here. And then he is getting hungry, so we're going to send him out where the tourists go to grab a plate of food. And actually, look who's there. It's his, potential future father-in-law. So he is also going to chat him up a little bit while he's out there, but he is hungry, so he is just going to get some food really quick. Also, the computer over there is broken, so that's a bummer, but I also don't know who this guy is. I told you to talk to your girlfriend's dad, but instead you talked to this other guy, and the work day's almost over, and we kind of wasted the whole thing just making one thing, so that is a little bit of a bummer, but again, I don't really care about his career. It's not about him. It's about Becca. So we are going to head home now that the workday is over. And we have both Sims home, and I'm just gonna fix them up real quick here. She actually did get promoted, so that's good. She needs some more breakthroughs to get to the next promotion, though. So I am going to remove the sad buff because I'm going to send them on a date. And that is pretty exciting. It'll be their first date, but we're pretending that they've been dating for a little bit because sim days are weird. But I am going to send them to this garden that I downloaded from the gallery, and I actually think it was Maxis created, but I sent them to this garden, and for some reason we can't go over there. I don't know what's up with that, but I send them over here to sit together and talk because that's what you have to do on a date. But yeah, they're on a date and they're really enjoying each other's company. And, you know, it's hard to get away from work. So it's a nice break for them. And they're both having a good time and they're feeling good and they live together and they're compatible and everything is going great and they're really flirty and they're just kind of enjoying their time and enjoying this nice break. So that is for them. Becca is such a workaholic and she works so hard and she's really focused. And so this is a nice, you know, breather for her. And she is really enjoying it. So that is good that they are really enjoying each other's company. And I'm trying to get plenty of screenshots because I think it's cute. So they are really having fun. And I'm just looking around this garden a little bit, but they're really having a good time and they are just very flirty with each other, very in love. It's kind of a whirlwind, but also they've known each other for a little while now. They've known each other for like a whole sim week, so that's a long time in The Sims. But he is going to get down on one knee and propose. And of course, she says yes, and they are very happy. And that is where we're going to end the date. So they had such a great date and they got engaged. And so they are just so happy about that. And they are going to head home and finish off the night. And then in the next day, Becca is going to invite over all of her family to come celebrate a little bit. And she's really excited about that. But first, they're going to woohoo because they just got engaged and they're very happy. Also, Becca reminds me a lot of Octavia, actually. And I don't know why, because they're quite different, but just something about them is similar. Maybe it's the way in which they handle relationships. Like Octavia was friends with Melanie for quite a while before they got together as well. Oh, also look at our money trees. They're looking good. They're nice and adult. But yeah, I think that might be what makes me think they're similar is the way that they have handled relationships. And so, I think I keep wanting to call Becca Octavia, but no, they're not the same. They don't even look alike. So, yeah, Becca looks a lot like her mom. So, yeah, she is hungry. That was way too many so's. It's also way too many you knows and way too many ums, but that's how we do. We do all the voiceovers in one take and call it good. So, I just said so again. Anyway, um, oh, actually, we're not going to invite over the family right now. Maybe I invited them over after I stopped playing or after I stopped recording. Anyway, so here are the screenshots for this episode. Anyway, after this, they have a family gathering and announce their engagement. So in the next one, we will have the wedding, and that'll be super exciting. So look forward to that probably tomorrow or the next day. And I will catch you guys next time.